Good evening. This is the Elliott Wave daily update for the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ 100 for Thursday, December the 26th, 2024. There really isn't very much to be adding. As I was expecting, the market did continue to rally from globals that started on Christmas night and did manage to get up to a slight new high over what we saw on Tuesday. Then we kind of came down and then we kind of rose back up again. So I'm starting here on the hourly chart. And as you can see, I'm still haven't touched. Let me just kind of pull this open because I'm on my MacBook Air, and so it's a little bit different because again, I am traveling and I'm in the state of Maine. So I have not changed this. In other words, I'm still considering that the intermediate wave three did complete back on December the 6th. And from that, we've done an ABC down for a minute wave A, and that we remain likely within a minute wave B. And because we're counting this as an ABC down for the wave B does have a very solid chance of at least getting up towards that where it would be an ABC flat. So in other words, we get the A wave down, the B wave up, and the C wave down, and they're all basically within the same range that was set by the A wave. So with that in mind, and I just kind of went out of there, we got to get rid of that guy. And we'll go here. Okay. So what that does suggest is that here we have the A, the B, and we had 1, 2, and that was the 3. Did a little bit of a 4 today, and now we're coming up in the 5. If I bring it down to the 15-minute, it opens up a little bit. Again, decent day in terms of, there was plenty to trade and early there was some good moves. So those of us that are day traders should have been able to really kind of get in there and make a little bit of money today. If not, then you're just going to enjoy the holiday because I have a feeling that we may last this way, possibly tomorrow and then into Monday. But I believe that Monday and Tuesday we will see that year end. So I don't I've not ruled out that this Christmas rally, the Santa Claus rally, whatever they want to term it, will pick up again tomorrow. We did see after a lower opening this morning that the market did kind of just turn and erased all of that and then was in positive territory and then once again slipped back into negative territory and then finished the day lower. The Russell, on the other hand, did end up higher, as did the Dow. So it was the S&P and the NASDAQ both finishing the day lower. Does not change the outlook. So I'm just going to leave it that we're still within the C wave. We've done 1, 2, and 3. We've done a 4, and we're working our way higher in a 5. And it looks like it's subdividing. We have 1 and then a 2, and that's what's coming down. So we might get a little bit additional lower levels, maybe 60, 80, 60, 85 around in that area, which was this morning's low, I believe. Yes, this morning's low. We might get back down to that. So in other words, the small little wave 2 here could be an ABC down. And then still we'd be looking for our higher levels. And again, that resistance level that we're looking for is 61.62 up to 61.72. Let me just kind of put that back in shape. That's not going to work. Let me go back out to the hourly and back down to that 15-minute so I can show it again. Well, actually, I can just do it right here. So we have 61.62 to 61.72. 72 is where wave C, which is what we're in, would be equal to wave A, and that's up here at 61.72. And that would be pretty dang close to being absolutely flat, with that high being 61.85. So that's pretty close and that would make it a nice flat. And then we get a C wave that come down and likely break back below 58.63 just a little bit. And then we would be done with minor wave A. So again, I'm dealing on a minute level. And the only thing that could break this is we have an ABC down, and this turns into a 4. And again, that was the alternate. And the alternate would suggest that what completed here would have been the minute wave 3. And therefore, we'd then be looking for this to be minute wave 4. And we're coming up in minute wave 5. And this would be 1, 2, 1, 2. So we got a 1, 2, and then we're inside wave 3. And I'd be expecting that to not a whole lot of time left, although let me just say, it is not imperative that this move finish by December the 31st. as I have discussed, we have a very fair chance that we might finish a little bit higher or just maybe even the same range that we're in right now. And we start the New Year's with a bang. That we run up, we make that new high very quickly, and then finishing, this is be the alternate count, then finishing that intermediate wave three up above. And if that's the case, we'd be looking for a move above 6,200. And then again, we have other layers out here, and that would be for the minute. If this is going to be minute four, we'd be looking for that minute five to bring us up closer to 6,300, but at least above 6,185. That's if we're going to be following the alternate count. Right now, this is the area that I'm looking for, likely to complete the year. And then we're going to come back down in the C wave. And that would just put in minute wave C for minor wave A. Out of the intermediate four, we'd have minor wave A, then we come back into B and we come down into C. Now, again, that all could play out to be series of flats. So again, this week might just spend a lot of time right here instead of coming really a lot further down, which I believe most are still forecasting that we're going to start. Then I'm still hearing the recession word coming out here and there. But again, just following the Elliott and just kind of way the markets are trading, I am going to say that we don't actually fall apart here. Now, again, if I go out and I'll review that again over the weekend, if I'm just going to come out and we go to that weekly chart, there is still, that's the intermediate fourth wave zone, all the way back to 5278, actually a little bit lower. So we're going to leave it at that. Let's go over, take a look at the, let me just go double check something. Come down, we're going to go out to the daily. We're going to take a look at the moving averages. And somehow this thing just doesn't decide it's going to do that. Come on. It doesn't want to. Doesn't want to. There we go. So right now, everything seems to be still in line. We've got a flat 20, we've got a flat 50, we've got a flat 200, and the 8 is up there, tucking itself right at the low here. So the 8 turns up a little bit. The other is flat as can be. And that's very reflective of basically what did happen today. It was kind of range bound and not a whole lot of anything. All right, let's go over and take a look at the NASDAQ. Kind of try to keep this on the short side for today. Same story where we saw the market open and coming off of a low, made a low. That would have been early in the session, even just prior to the opening. And that low is at 21,870. And then the market picked up and started to rally. And then we basically, for that hour, we raced back, got us back above 22,000 and got up to 22,011. And then even went further in the next hour with the high of the day coming in at 22,039, almost 22,040. And then we kind of started to pull back. So here again, a little bit different. I'm going to come down to that 15-minute chart so that we can take a look inside to what we were doing today. Here is that, and that came down in an ABC, and I almost could put that as if we're looking for the 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So it's exactly the same as the S&P, and that I believe that we're still working on a C wave up. It's going to be a 5-wave structure. 3 finished, like I thought, within the Globex session on Christmas Day, and that was in the evening. And then we came down clean in a wave 4, and then we started to go back up and we went higher. So we're going to say 1, 2. We should have a decent rally day tomorrow, to be honest with you, if it's going to follow through and do a third wave up. And that would be within this small wave 5. So within this C wave count, we've got 1, 2, 3. There's the 4, 1, 2 of 1 of 5, 2 of 5. We should get a decent rally going tomorrow or overnight. And just to kind of double check what we've got going on in terms of, and I just need to go to market watch. There you go. It's being that I am on my laptop, I didn't have everything all set up for us here today. So I want to go to economic calendar. And what we have coming out tomorrow is we have initial jobless claims at 8:30 a.m., and that's going to be it. So again, in terms of economic data, very, very slow this week. And so again, initial jobless claims, and that's going to be it. So not looking for very much. We may even have another inside day or just a very slow day tomorrow. But it is an expiration. And so we might have some activity. We'll see. And that's going to be it for today. The next update will be the weekly update, and that'll be on Saturday, the 28th.